Hello and welcome to DAFDI'S podcast. As usual, I'm joined by my co-host Baby D.
As usual, I'm Baby D. How's it hanging?
And this week we're shaking it up a little bit. We got ourselves our very first guest, the one and the only Lewis Hall. How are you, Lewis?
Yeah, I'm alright, mate. I'm sound. It feels a bit weird when you're not like a fucking Joe Rogan level celebrity coming on to guest a podcast. The one and the only, like, I am only one and only to one person. And I think that's you.
You are bigger than Joe Rogan.
To me and Baby D, you're more important than those celebrities that go on that show.
Fuck, damn right, man.
Well, that's a pleasure, mate. It's a pleasure to be here. It's been nice catching up on the little clips of all your unbridled rage and hatred for lots of, media and just general things, just general misanthropies. It's been lovely to hear them come out of the woodworks.
God bless you, my friend.
Thank you very much. So this week we're going to start things off with Baby D giving us a little poem.
So, Lewis, I like to recite a poem every 2 weeks, and this week I think you'll like this one. I hope you like it anyway. Bid me what thee wanteth, what thee liketh, 'tis well enow. I'm a dram curious too. Bid me if it be true, 'tis wrong; if it be true, 'tis right. I careth not. I can keepeth a secret, can thee? Did get mine own mind on thy course, and thy course on mine own mind. Did get a gust for the cherry, I just needeth to taketh a biteth. Bid not thy mother, kisseth one another, kicketh the bucket for each other, were merit for the summer. Oh fuck, what's the name? Oh shit, what's the name? Oh no! Oh no!
Mate, have you ever went to a slam poetry night, mate?
That's from Lady Lovato.
Lady Lovato, oh my god.
Shit, fuck me.
Lady Demetrio.
He's done this. He's done this before, I promise.
My lord.
Mate, considering you do that every 2 weeks, that was lovely to hear. Honestly, you should give a go at some slam poetry nights or whatever venues there are for you standing up and reading that out loud.
Oh, I reckon fucking that'd be a fucking. I'm out of words. I'm out of words. That'd be fun.
Be starting something then, Lewis. The problem with this is, you'll get too excited, and I think you'd be hurling abuse at other people towards the end.
I'm already slurring my words.
I like my poetry, to be fair. I like my poetry, to be fair. I do like a bit of Sylvia Plath.
Oh yeah.
I like your depressing poetry. I like your kind of head in the oven poetry. It's the kind of things that it's the same reason I listen to this podcast and all the little clips.
Oh.
It's the perfect way to let out those kind of misanthropies.
Thank you very much.
Just like listening to two fucking idiots talk amounts of shit, dear.
In some way, this is poetry, mate.
Oh,
everything you're doing right now is poetry.
This is the words that come out of my mouth. This true poetry. I can assure you of that.
Poetry in motion is what I'd like to call it.
Definitely.
Ooh, I like what you did there, Lewis. Ooh, da-na-na-na-na-na.
So thank you for those beautiful and fortuitous poem there, Baby D.
Cheers, lad.
Now, I'm going to start this week with our starter, the minestrone soup.
Lovely starter.
Oh, what?
The minestrone soup.
Is that how you pronounce it? Because I read that out and in my head it was just like minestrone soup.
No, it's an
Minecraft soup.
It's an Italian soup, and it's quite nice. If you ever go to Tesco and buy yourself a canned soup, you'll sure to be picking one of these up. I'll tell you the next time.
What are the prices like here, though, mate? Because that's a big question.
It's not too bad. I can't remember the last time I picked up a can, I'll be honest with you.
I can't remember the last time someone bought the Star of the Day, mate.
I can't remember the last time I picked up the old minestrone. Lewis, some of the listeners obviously don't know who you are.
How dare you?
And we want to rectify that situation. So I've prepared some questions here so we can get to know you a bit better.
This is the time where you start inserting some like fucking Radio 4 kind of like sounds like "Let's get ready to rumble." Bah, 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 bah.
Exactly, man.
I wish for the copyright people would probably get on my ass.
Yeah.
I suppose what I just done then will do. It'll do.
DAFDI'S, what's this? Use copyright clips, cease and desist, my lad. Fuck that.
Cancel. Yeah, so I'm going to ask you these 10 questions I've got for you. We want you to sort of answer them as quickly as possible,
Fucking hell, poor lad.
but no pressure.
No pressure, but you've got a certain amount of time.
Yeah, I'm not gonna give you the definitive amount of time, but I think the best thing is to just jump right into it.
That's fine with me, mate. Yeah.
Okay.
Let's go.
So, Lewis, question 1: if you were a character in a movie, which character would you identify with?
I'd probably say Sam Raimi's Peter Parker in Spider-Man 3.
Oh my
Fucking
lord!
hell. Amazing answer. Holy shit.
I can see it.
He does
Is it
dance
after-
for us and everything.
Yeah.
I mean, mostly like when he's getting a bit like scampy, when he's getting a bit dancey. That's one side of my personality that very rarely comes out, but more the shouting at landlords to fuck off is my kind of vibes. And the emo fringe.
Give me rent.
Can't believe.
Fuck off.
I can't believe you and me just thought at the same time, then, D.
Sorry.
No, it's fine. It's funny, right? Like, why did we think about the same exact thing?
I don't know. You tell me, lad.
You tell me. Question 2, okay, Lewis? Oh, no, Dion, you're supposed to ask this question. What am I doing?
Fucking hold on. Am I?
Yeah, you're on question
okay.
2, my friend.
Yeah.
Sincerely unprofessional guy.
I know.
Lewis. Shag, marry, kill. Dav, me, and Jim. What are you doing?
Which gym are we talking about? Are we talking about the gym we
The one
delightfully work with?
only.
The one and the beautiful one.
You mean the one from bloody Culture My Arts, the hit podcast radio satirical show?
That's the one.
I'd probably say, well, it feels awkward with you two here. You're usually doing this without the supervision of the people you'd either shag, marry, or kill. Imagine if you had to do shag, marry, kill with the Queen, and the Queen is right there.
Probably fucking join in. It'd fucking be a lot, right, laugh.
But there's no answer that would make her feel comfortable. I don't think. Are you telling me you'd say you'd shag the Queen right in front of her?
Well, she's single now, so I would.
Oh, God's sake.
Just going into the palace and talking to fucking Harry and Will and being like, "You're right, guys. I'm your new stepdad, and I know this might be hard to adjust, but your mum really likes me, and I'm hoping we can just get on, take them fishing."
Well, your DMs are open. I fucking slid right in there.
He went. You did quickly jump in there, wouldn't you, baby D?
Fucking hell, yeah.
Honestly, don't worry. You won't upset any of us.
I'd say shag Dap, marry D. Oh no, I always have to kill Jim. Yeah, I suppose I am gonna have to kill Jim. Afraid. But my whole career is dependent on Moth Movie 2, so I don't know if I want to do that.
Yeah, well, the thing is, I'm the husband and the father.
So technically, I should die.
Yeah, if we have a gay reboot, then it'll be fine.
Yeah.
But if we need to do Moth Movie 2, I think I'll replace you and Jim.
Oh, God. Question number 3. DC or Marvel?
In both of their iterations currently with films, like
this
include them on. I am completely in the camp of early 2000s horrible Marvel films. I like your Daredevils. I like your Electras. I like your Incredible Hulks with who's the guy who fucking directed that Incredible Hulk, and the one who played Bruce Banner. This makes for awful fucking air of me just going.
Trust me, man, the amount of shit we have to cut out, lad.
It's fine. Yeah, don't worry.
I can't remember who the guy is, but those are the kind of films that I'm into. The really awful.
Do you like Fantastic Four
Marvel
too?
films?
Silver Surfer.
Rise of the...
Oh.
Yeah.
Was that the one with like Jessica Alba as?
Yeah.
Damn right it was.
Yeah, I remember those ones.
You a big fan of her?
As soon as you started moving into like the realm of me going to high school, basically it all very simply lines up with my puberty.
Right.
So you know, I liked all the Marvel films as a kid, but subsequently all the ones now while I'm an adult are absolute shit, and that is objective fact.
Fuck.
I've tried watching all the cinematic universe shit, and I just don't like films that depend on other films for the context of like the film. Really.
This is falling very much in line with my Harry Trotter thing here, with my hate towards Harry Potter.
Honestly, mate, I've got a whole fucking podcast worth of shit to dump on Harry Potter. So,
oh yes,
Oh god, is this
a follower.
Are you guys like starting your own fucking podcast or something?
Listen
it's
here.
not so much
Behind my
about,
back.
it's not so much the characters themselves. It's just, and like a lot of people have a lot of beef with J.K. Rowling at the moment, like understandably, but mainly for myself. It's the same with Disney as well. The amount of fucking man children there are out there who read Harry Potter books and watch the films. The same with Disney. These are the kind of people who use the phrase adulting. Like, oh, I had to do so much adulting today. Like, shut up, man. Like, how do you live in the real world?
I already love this.
When
I'm so
your safe space is Harry Potter films and going to Disneyland, how do you live in reality?
literally. It's like me saying to you, Lewis, shall we go down the pub and have ourselves a nice better beer? I couldn't give two shits about better beer, mate. Give me a Red Stripe any day.
Or just people use like allegories throughout, like, you know, the daily life. Like, oh, you're such a Hufflepuff. Shut the fuck up! I can beat the shit out of you. Don't you dare say anything like that.
Just so you know, Lewis, I'm actually a Gryffindor, you know?
Well, they're completely out of the equation, mate. Like,
no, they're not.
we're sound, mate.
Oh, ideal. Fucking hell. Dav's
They're
a
all
part of
bloody
Slytherin,
dog.
apparently.
Oh, yeah.
I thought you were part of Ravenclaw, though.
Listen here. You can put me in any house, yeah.
Yeah.
I still hate Harry Trotter.
Fuck.
Right, I don't want to carry on about this.
Well,
Bloody
it's
Harry
funny you
Trotter.
say that because one of the questions says, Dav hates Harry Trotter, do you?
Yeah, one of the
I
questions.
think we've covered that question.
Yeah.
To be fair, at this point.
Okay.
For some reason, Dav wants to know your top 5 food.
It's gonna be hard to come up with all of them on the spot. To be fair, and you guys are fucked if this was on a time restriction initially, because this is not going to conform to any kind
Fuck
of time
that,
restrictions.
I'm loving
No,
all the
no,
chit
no.
chat right now.
No.
There's no time conformity here, mate.
I do have the taste buds of like an absolute child, and that's another thing that relates to the whole thing about people who call like living like adulting and live for Harry Potter and stuff. Like, I eat the kind of foods that they're your pizzas. Think about top 5 foods. I like a good steak. I think steak is like really good, like medium rare,
Ooh.
and it has to be like with good chips as well.
Yeah. Those chunky type.
Yeah, but also you have to season it all right.
Oh, yeah.
Initially, I like salt and pepper chicken wings.
Oh boy,
chicken wings. They're naughty merch. Them.
They are definitely.
Them 3, and then what else would be filling up that category?
Is there maybe like a can of Monster that can do as a meal as well? By the way, because you know some.
I've got a new one today that I've not tried yet. One of the punch ones, one of the mixed punch ones.
I'll have to try that.
I can try it on air right now.
Oh, yeah, go on.
If you like.
This could be meal number 3.
Yeah. Well, I've got pizza.
Pizza, steak.
Salt and pepper chicken wings.
Oh, yeah.
And I've got steak. And one of them is going to be mixed punch Monster. You know, that's one thing about Monster. They have a really weak...
Yeah.
I like cans that have a very strong...
You want the carbonation just right, don't you?
Keeping that crack in, yeah. That was beautiful.
Oh.
It was a good one, that. What's it taste like, bro?
It tastes like, you know, those sweets in America they call Smarties, like Parma violets, but the ones that aren't tasting like perfume.
Yeah.
They taste like them, like sweets. They taste like they're gonna fucking destroy my cavities.
Get some fillings in the dentist next time.
I have not been to the dentist in years, and I don't plan to ever go back again.
Too
mate.
fucking expensive, mate.
I am raw dogging my oral health as far as I can take it.
I live the same way as you, my guy. Fuck that. I've been trying to get into a dentist for fucking years, and I keep getting rejected. Like, how are you going to complain then, you fuckers? If you don't see me.
I go for every 6-month routine, but since COVID has hit, I've missed a few of those 6 months.
Yeah, and Dav, what people aren't going to understand if they can't see it is like, you're sexy, man. Like, me and D, we're kind of just like, we're just bouncing up around with fucking aura health akin to a fucking wildebeest. And we just get on with shit, man.
Fucking damn right,
You're the kind of guy who has to like keep on top of all your shit. You're the kind of guy who like puts foundation on before they go outside.
We're elite, man. Bro, you're not on a level.
Bro,
I don't blame you because you're sexy, man. You're
sexy.
Wow. You deserve that foundation.
Thank you very much.
But like, there's no maintenance to be done with my teeth. I'm sure D would say the same.
Yeah, man, definitely. Otherwise, I'd fucking gone. Well,
you've got something to uptake, to be honest.
Now, Lewis, you've got me all hot and bothered here, and I kind of want to carry on that line of thought because I want to put you in a situation. I want you and Baby D to be the actors, okay? So, you and Baby D are on a date. Now,
nothing new there, nothing new.
What I want you to do is woo him, okay? What I mean by wooing, I want you to give your best one-liners, your smooth talking.
He just needs to talk to me and give me a look.
I just want to see the best Lewis lines. How would you get Baby D back into the bedroom?
Jesus fucking Christ!
That's it. Yeah, he's got me. My pants are off. Come on, in your bed.
I've got like a tone of voice. I've got like a way of speaking where you kind of like a bit like whispery like that, you know. Yeah, you know what's really good? Yeah, what I think's really good. That's probably not as good as I think it is.
Go on.
Is adding in like a little lispy part of when you're speaking, because usually when I'm speaking, it's like you got a lot of the harsh kind of. You've got a lot of the fake scouse sounds. While if I start like wisping my voice, you were really good at that with the ASMR thing as well, Dad. Like that is something I aspire to. I can't do pickup lines, but I aspire to like talk as sexily as that.
To me, what happens when I do something like that, it's rather than I'm talking to another person, I'm being kind of personal to the microphone. I'm trying to woo the microphone, you know?
Yeah.
It's look, I'll try and do it now. Hey, microphone. How are you doing, baby? You doing all right?
It doesn't compare to the professional microphones because that had me up in my feelings, man. When we were using the professional microphones, when you're using like headphone microphones, it just doesn't cut the jib.
Bro, me and Baby D here are using professional mics. We've just bought some.
Oh, get close in there, man. See, I'm an ASMR head. I like my ASMR. I'm sure there's a few other people.
Welcome to DAFDI'S podcast, and today we're going to be talking to Lewis, and we're going to get him on a date with Baby D. Maybe we'll have a threesome later. It depends on how Lewis is feeling, okay? Whisper me your dreams, Lewis. Whisper them to me.
Dad, I'm going to be like really upset if you don't start an ASMR channel, man. That is your calling in life.
You think?
In the same way that like my calling is to like be like a washed up kind of like fucking superhero actor as per Moth movie. I'm destined to be an Adam West, and you're destined to be a Dav ASMR channel.
He's got a point.
I may have to start something then. Maybe they
especially with professional mics.
Yeah, man. They want to hear the subtle Welsh accents whisper through the air.
I've got my niche. shit video game clips, and you've got ASMR, and Lewis is a Mothman.
He is a Mothman.
There's variable markets for all of these.
Definitely.
But have you ever entertained the idea of ASMR, like listening to it in general?
I've tried, Lewis, and it makes me feel ill.
As long as you try, that I understand that.
Do you know what it is, Lewis? I listen to them, right? And I get the same sort of sensation as you probably do when you hear them. It's like that spine tingle down your neck, right? But it makes me feel violently ill. I want to throw up.
Yeah, I get what you mean.
I suppose for you it's more of a soothing, relaxing thing. But for me, it makes me feel ill. I don't know why.
Like some people think it's like a sexual thing, and it's like it isn't.
Yeah, no.
But I would say it is like inherently intimate.
It is,
in a weird way. And it depending on how comfortable you are with that kind of thing, then I think that everyone has the same reaction. It's just like kind of how, in what context that reaction comes.
Well, to me, I think of it like, like if you were performing in theatre, well, you'd have to project your voice much louder so that everybody in the back of the room can hear you, right? And if you were to do a one-on-one close up, then it's more personal because there's not much of space between you and and the audience. So that's how I think of it.
Yeah, it's just a very like claustrophobic. Like I can understand how people who are in that mindset of like claustrophobia have that whole thing, and I know people who like are very like picky about contact, anyways, like personal contact with other people. And in those situations, like, I completely understand not being into anything like that.
Sure.
But I can vibe, man. I'm a vibe with it.
What about you, baby? Do you like it?
I don't understand it myself. It does nothing for me, but I know it helps soothe people to sleep and stuff, makes them feel calm. But for me personally, I get nothing from it. Like I've mostly just seen people, get a sexual thrill out of it, but I know a lot of other people don't. Maybe the wrong side of the spectrum's put me off it completely.
Yeah.
I get that, but that's the thing. Like a lot of people, when you're involving like women doing anything, there is going to be a substrata of male who fucking violently sexualizes whatever they're doing. Like I'm sure there's dudes out there who have like women on bus fetishes who just like collect pictures of like women doing anything mundane and are like, oh, this is the good stuff, man. And it's the same with like ASMR.
Yeah.
It's like it's dominated by women, so any situation where it's like, oh, a woman's talking to me as if she's actually there. Oh, like that's gonna get a lot of dudes in the feelings.
Yes, my princess.
Yeah.
Sit in that hot tub. Let me give you money so you can acknowledge me.
Yeah, I don't know. And it's some people address it with the same kind of principle as like you would like Twitchy girl streamers.
Oh yeah.
And to be honest, like it just goes to show the content doesn't make the difference. The kind of audience who are accessing it does.
Yeah.
Because again, like it can be a woman doing anything. It's just the fact that like things like Twitch streaming and ASMR are very personal things. So I think that's where it comes from.
I'd fucking love to be an e-girl, Fucking views that they get, yeah.
Give it a chance. Give it a chance.
Give it a chance there.
I could see it happening.
If you had a proper shave, then and you got someone else to work on it. It could all turn out.
Just buy one from Lidl. Go on.
Oh, the new B&M's open. Oh, hot tub. Woo!
Exactly. You'll get that right. Get one of those paddling pools instead.
Yeah, get my badonkadonks out. Yeah, fucking I've been making all sorts of money.
What was even the fucking origin question for this? We've done a lot of sexy talk here. People have got their
you basically giving your best moves on Baby D.
Well, D, as my riveting conversation wooed you.
Fucking hell, yeah.
Got me going, I'll be honest with you.
Well, there you go. See, that is how I woo people on dates.
I like it.
Very, very riveting conversations with him.
Low key, I'm kind of watching a girl streaming in the bathtub right now. Oh, she's changed fucking bikini. Fucking hell.
That's your kind of date there, D.
Fucking
That's
hell,
your kind of date.
Ooh, let's just watch this babe together on stream all day.
I woo women on dates by sending them £10 donations via Twitch.
Amazing.
I wouldn't give anything more than a £5.
I woo women by sending them bits and subscribing with my Amazon Prime.
Oh my god, thank you, Lewis, for rating my stream.
All 13 people.
Oh my god. So lucky
Thank
to have you as
you.
a fan.
Thank you very much.
I'm gonna write your name on my chest.
If you give me 100 bits, I'll have a tattoo of your name on me.
D, you're a natural at this, mate.
Who, me?
You're a natural. Yeah.
Oh, bro.
Exactly.
This is my calling, doing fucked up stuff.
You do know that was me then, right?
Second part, yeah.
No, after, the second bit.
Oh, yeah, okay. Just in case you got confused that it was my true calling.
You can meld that in with your ASMR.
I'll do a mix. I'll get my big old titties out and...
Exactly.
Have you heard of Meat Canyon? The animator.
Meat Canyon?
Yeah, the animator. He does like...
I thought that was going to be something like two girls.
No.
You ever been on the Meat Canyon website, mate? No.
He's an animator on YouTube, and he does like messed up animations, and he does like voices and stuff like that. And I absolutely love it. I'll send you a clip later on. But fuck me, bro. His voiceovers inspire me to do weird, fucked up shit like that. Like creepy voice clips.
Oh, this does look creepy just from the fucking thumbnails. I'll save that for later, mate. I don't want them thumbnails staring at me during this.
So, Baby D, do you want to ask the next question? Skip question 7, obviously.
Yeah. So, Lewis, now that we've got 3 episodes out, how would you sum up the DAFDI'S podcast in 3 words? Just to hear what you think of it.
Something that sounds good, something that rolls off the tongue with like alliteration. Dangerously daft dickheads. How's that to you? Is that too harsh?
No, it's fucking amazing. I love it.
Dangerously daft D.
That works well for me.
Fucking beautiful.
Lewis, you're on a desert island situation here. You can pick 2 books to take with you, 3 films, and 4 CDs. What do you take?
Mate, who never needs to go on desert island discs? See, like, I'm imagining this where, like, BBC are offering me to come on, and, like, both of you are offering me to go to a desert island, but BBC Radio are only offering me, like, 1 record and 1 novelty item, while yous are offering me 2 books, 3 films, and 4 CDs. Like, I'm obviously going with yous.
When we mean by desert, we mean the local beach near us. Because we can't afford anywhere.
Anglesey, basically.
Yeah.
Anglesey is the desert
You're
island.
stuck on Epstein's Island, that's what I'm saying.
2 books. I'd probably pick the original Train Spotting, which are like, that was one of the first books I ever finished because I was on holiday. And something weird comes over, I think, in terms of reading. Like, I wish I could read the same way I read on holiday all the time. But there's something about me when I'm not in a place with restricted Wi-Fi access that just doesn't click with that kind of thing. So there's that, and all the other books I've read have been like really cliche. Like, I read 1984 on that same holiday, and I'd never say I'd bring that book anywhere with me, just for the pure cringe of saying I'd bring 1984 with me anywhere. Let me just look up on my shelf, actually.
Okay.
I reckon you'd bring the Disappearance of Madeline McCann.
I thought it was the Jim will fix it.
I would bring Das Kapital by Karl Marx and Friedrich Engels with me. as well.
Ah, you're a Marxist, eh?
Yeah, well, to be honest, I tried starting that in the bath, and let me tell you right now, that is the most difficult bath time book you will ever try and read in your life. Because a lot of it is just being like, well, what if I was going to give you these pants, but 3 people collected the linen to make 5 people create them pants, and I'm like, I don't fucking care, bro. Like, just tell me Jeff Bezos is a knobhead and let me get on with my business. I don't want to have to think about maths. I just want to not like every bad thing that's going on.
Well, I don't know about you, Liz, but like for me, I had to do quite a bit on Marx's work because of uni.
Yeah, because you're a bloody metropolitan uni student, aren't you? They're all trying to
fucking
convert you. They're all trying to convert you at that bloody Bangor University.
Yeah, they're trying to get me by the testicles, aren't they? Well, they've bloody got me. I'm on a master's.
You fucking radical Antifa fucking lefty.
Yeah, that's me.
I will fucking shut up about fucking Kubrick. Fucking hell. Not enough?
Champagne socialist living the heights in fucking Anglesey.
Bro, you should taste the champagne from up here.
Pour it down to my meager mouth down here at the bottom.
I'll pour it down my body and see if it'll trickle off my toes for you.
Those would be my 2 books.
Okay.
3 films. And one of my favorites, The Thing. The Thing's a really good film.
Okay.
Probably Inglourious Bastards.
Oh, what a fucking banger.
Yeah, very, very
Holy
Buongiorno.
shit, bro. I've been trying to find that again, you know.
The thing is, that's like one of those films I can just watch again and again and again.
Yeah.
It is a good fucking film.
That's me with Kill Bill.
I like the bit where he's like, Buongiorno. He's trying to speak Italian.
I watched Kill Bill for the first time a couple of weeks ago, and the first Kill Bill was really good. And the volume 2 was like, all right. Everyone like really loves the ending, but I wasn't too bothered by it.
Put the 2 with each other, then it's fine, dog.
Well, to be honest, like I think it was a mix of like that, and I think by the time I was getting to the end of like the second film, it was about like 3 o'clock in the morning. I was like, yeah, man, I get it, man. You're gonna kill Bill. Like, let's just fucking wrap it up. And
fucking do it already.
my last film would maybe be Human Traffic, which is a very fun romp. Like a lot of people are like,
I've not seen that.
It was like this kind of like cult film from like about 2000s. It's got John Simmon. It's got Danny Dyer in.
All right.
It's got like a few other people you've seen on like various TV shows. And you know that
sure.
I can't remember what was everyone doing at festivals like 3 years ago? There was loads of videos of people like shouting the catchphrase from the film. You probably won't know if you haven't seen it.
Yeah, nah.
But yeah, Human Traffic would probably be my third.
Okay. What about your CDs?
Well, actually, mate, I'd be bringing vinyls with me. I'm a vinyl player because I collect.
All right, we'll change it to 4 vinyls.
I collect vinyls. No, yeah.
You should be drinking champagne up here with me, buddy. With your vinyls.
I'm not gonna lie. I shall give a brief check to. I'd probably take Pink Moon by Nick Drake. Really good, like it's like 70s like folk album. He's like one of those kind of Van Gogh wannabes who made music and was like, oh, no one likes me, I'm gonna kill myself, and then they killed themselves.
Is he similar to like Morrissey?
No, not really, because Morrissey's like a lot more of like a whining, like, woe is me kind of guy. And he's still here, which is the worst point about it. Like, I'd be fine if he was like Morrissey if he done like Van Gogh and Nick Drake and fucking offed himself. But unfortunately, we have to still have Morrissey here.
I've never heard of the Nick Drake, so
yeah, he's really good actually. I think you should check out Pink Moon. But yeah, like you released that and then he was really depressed, so he killed himself. But then as soon as he killed himself, everyone's like, "This music's amazing." So that was convenient, I suppose. Probably Souvlaki by Slowdive. We're gonna bring out loads of like fucking niche bollocks champagne socialist albums now. Slowdive a really cool band. Like that's all like shoegazy kind of stuff. So very like spacey guitars, I suppose. But again, if you haven't checked these albums out, then I'd highly recommend looking them up.
Okay.
I feel like I have to throw in like a bit more of a common one, just to like appease some sense of not being a wanker. Humbug by Arctic Monkeys. Humbug by Arctic Monkeys. Even though like that's one of the least popular albums and still makes me seem like a wanker. Like, yeah, I really like that album. And that's 4, isn't it? That's 4.
Yeah, that is 4.
Nick Drake.
Can't give you any more.
I think that was 3. I'm not.
Oh, was it?
I don't mean to push on. I'm not being like,
no.
Listen to my music taste.
No, that's fine.
My other one would be.
Hey, no, please.
My other one would be American Football, self-titled album. Very
Bro, I've never heard of any of these, and I thought I was pretty cultured with music, but I've never heard of any of these things.
To be fair, if you like your kind of music, then and there's probably like a few more that would probably be a lot more up your street, and like this is a specific kind of music heads type of favorite albums. Like you get plenty of different people who would be like, oh yeah, well, my favorite album is like this fucking, I can't remember all the best albums of any other genres anyway. But like you've got like people who are into rap, their favorite kind of albums typically, all sorts of genres. This is just like a specific kind of, sad wankercore kind of vibes. But
no, bro, I'm gonna give him a listen, especially that Nick Drake. That's what
if you're interested, it's all like very kind of slow kind of stuff. But that's my kind of thing.
Okay, we're gonna move on to the next question, or the last question. Lewis, if you had £7 and 3 pence left in your pocket, what would you do with it?
Ooh. See, I'm a big fan of watching people get like a £5 munch. There's YouTube videos. I think then they get like famous like London grime artists and like rappers and stuff to go into corner shops with a £5 and see what they'd get with it. And it is all very dependent on what kind of corner shop you go to. That's what I liked about Bangor is Late Stop. Late Stop was always a very good place to go into with £7 and 3 pence in your pocket. But big pack of Doritos first of all. Probably this monster can that I freshly opened for this podcast because this is nice. I'd get this again. I'm making that about £2. Star Mix, very nice.
Star Mix,
yeah, mate. Yeah, or Tang Fast. Either of them.
Oh yeah.
Either of them I'm big on. If I'm thinking Late Stop, then I'm getting one of those shit heated 24/7 burgers that they have on like that rotisserie kind of thing. Oh yeah,
bro. I remember them.
I lived off them for a summer, mate, and it was fucking disgusting. But I'd probably get one of them just because. Do you know when like
nostalgia?
Yeah, you're onto like those foods you kind of ate as a kid, but. Like, I used to eat, like, ketchup buddies as a kid.
What?
Yeah, it's fucking, I acknowledge as an adult, that's fucking gross. But also, like, there's a part of me that is still a child who could eat that and be like, tangy.
You'd be alright with that now, would you?
See, I've had it since, and,
okay.
Granted, I have been inebriated almost every time I've tried it since. But, there is a part of me still in there that can enjoy that. I wish there wasn't.
All right, okay.
I wish there wasn't, but...
I knew somebody who would just drink, like cordial juice.
No, don't finish that. Don't finish what you're saying, because I know what you're going to say. That sounds fucking disgusting.
It is minging, yeah. But they would just drink straight, just the juice. No point adding water apparently, but just the straight up concentrated juice. They love that. And I never understood it. I was like, oh, it's if I make too much of a strong cordial with water, I'll throw it out.
I'm a strong cordial kind of guy. Like I'm a strong into it, but
Oh yeah,
no, not just straight.
but you, yeah, no.
Was this person you knew, D?
You're a cheeky bastard there, lad. Cheeky
No.
bastard.
Are you a weak cordial kind of guy, D?
No, I'm not a scumbag.
Weird things that he likes to do, but
Fuck off, putting chips in your fucking burger is not disgusting, okay? It's not.
I wasn't referring to that.
What the fuck are you talking about, you dumb fuck?
But I suppose at the end of
you're getting very competitive, D. I feel like there is something to
These are getting...
Yeah, because I got roasted today of it.
What did you get roasted today for?
I had a fucking double quarter pounder, yeah. Put my nuggets and I put my fucking chips in there and I got roasted for it. Fuck off, I'm getting the most of my meal.
You are on something there.
Yeah, I don't think there's anything to be upset by combining your food. You just
don't get me wrong, D. Like it's just have them all, individually. But you're a maverick is the one word I'd use for you. You're willing to put your nuggets in a burger when everyone else around you's screaming at you to not do that.
I'm just like every other Twitch girl, mate. I'm just unique.
It's the pioneers throughout history. Fucking Einstein, Isaac Newton, Twitch girl, and D.
I like how D has to come after the Twitch girl as well.
I'm not coming after them. I'm one of them.
Nah, bro,
I'm not
you're
bringing
after
them down.
them.
I'm fucking getting up with them.
D, you're specifically coming before them.
Shit, be exposed there. God damn.
Right, D, do you want to say the main course and what we're talking about?
Fuck it, well, bro, what main course?
I'm
main course now.
From the start, I'm quite full from
fucking hell, yeah. I legit thought this was the main course.
The minestrone soup has hurt me.
It's time for the main course. Yum 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 yum.
It's time for the main course. Yum 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 yum
Yum yum yum yum yum yum.
Yum yum yum.
So the main course today is gammon and chips and egg. I don't like egg. Lewis, do you like egg? Because
I specifically like gammon, egg, and chips. That is a very nice meal.
Yeah.
That actually, I think for the one thing that I was missing out of my 5 favourite meals, you could probably throw gammon, egg, and chips in there.
Would you chuck a pineapple in there as well?
I love pineapple, and I tried it recently with pineapple, and it's still got some adjusting to do. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
I'm not.
It is.
I'm not the kind of guy to get offended about fruit sitting with savoury things. You do you. If you want pineapple on your pizza, like whatever. Well, I used to be offended by that kind of thing, but then I kind of just stopped caring about something so minuscule.
I like Hawaiian pizza. Does that offend you?
No, just get on with your business, man. Like, I'll probably try it at some point. And that's it. You just have to be open to new experiences, man. Be open to trying a Hawaiian pizza.
I just don't like pepperoni, that's all.
Okay. Hold on. No, you know what? Let's just roll the tape, man. Keep on rolling, because that's
we're gonna get into a fight.
That's not worth.
Look, we've done now. You've just upset our guest. Right, we're gonna have to move with that. Come on, D. Can't believe you upset our first ever guest.
Sorry, lad. I have to be honest with you. I like you, so I've got to be honest with you.
I appreciate the honesty, mate.
Lewis came up with our name, and we just fell in love with the name and him, obviously, straight away. And we told him he would be our first guest because of that, and obviously because we want him on it because he's a fucking amazing lad. He's a fucking brilliant friend, and we love him, and we'd love to have a general banter with him on the podcast.
I'm very honoured, mate. I'm very honoured, and it was just like a shining gold Horizon when the name came to my mind, because you're both very daft. You are DAFDI'S.
Fucking true that.
It is true. Well, once we're combined, when one enters to another house's room or whatever,
when one of us enters the other, we're
yeah,
daft, mate.
the daft really comes out. It shines.
Jesus Christ!
When I penetrate D, it's getting daft, mate. We're getting daft.
It shines through and it becomes very daft. Lewis, did you know that me and Baby D have wanted to do a podcast for years, but we just never had we never got around to doing it.
Fucking Baby D's lazy.
Well, no, it's not that. We just didn't know what we were gonna do, did we? We were always confused and all
You're
that.
generally very creative guys, from what I can infer, and that creativity sometimes manifests itself in very weird ways. But this time it feels like it's manifesting itself in a slightly more digestible manner. So I'm happy to be involved with this one.
No,
Thank you very much.
Honest to have you here, man. Honest, and
Yeah,
help us out the way you have. You've supported us from day one.
definitely. Yeah, thank you.
Honestly, mate, I support you from day one, and I'll be supporting you right up to about day 432. That's probably when
I'm looking forward for that day then to ask you that question again.
That's probably when I'll run out of steam.
I think I'm getting my hip replaced that day. Lewis, do you believe in aliens?
I am. I'm probably one of the more avid believers you'll get on this side of the UK, I think, mate. Whether you go about that vertically or horizontally, I don't know. You guys choose. But yeah, I'm pretty big into my aliens one.
Good. I'm somewhat on the same kind of level as you. Although I haven't really seen any real evidence. I watch these YouTube videos where I see they do these sightings and such things.
Mate, that was one of my favourite pastimes when I was about 11, and that would be my nightmare fuel essentially.
But so you've never seen anything strange in your lifetime? Have you ever seen strange orbs or UFO sightings? You think?
Well, no. The whole thing with me was that I got interested in it because I'd stay at my granddad's pretty much most weekends. Whenever I was staying over, by the time you got to about 10 o'clock on the History channels and stuff like that, you'd get things like Ancient Aliens, all these UFO documentaries, and I'd always be really interested in them, but fucking shit scared of them. And my logic when I'd go to bed would be, if I'm scared and thinking about getting abducted, the likelihood of aliens coming to abduct someone who that night was scared about getting abducted are virtually nil. So it was like a bit of a basilisk. As long as I thought before I went to sleep every night about the idea of getting abducted by aliens, that would make the odds of actually getting abducted far less than those people on the documentaries who unexpectedly get visited by aliens.
They're proper excited about it, aren't they? They're like, yeah, please probe my ass. they're like, please, I'm gaping my asshole there for you.
Well, some of them seem very eager to at least have something definitive to give away. And I've seen more believable ones than others. There are some people who are just kind of craving the attention.
Yeah.
There's other people have you ever seen that Bob Lazar documentary?
I don't think I have, no.
No,
dude.
Is that the recent one on Netflix?
It was on Netflix, yeah. And
I think I might have watched it then.
He went on Joe Rogan. There was this other dude a couple of years ago as well. I can't remember his name, but conveniently has now in prison for having child porn on his computer, which he has stated that it's been planted on him by evil aliens. So take the
what What in the tarnation is this child pornography doing to my PC? I won't have it.
You them fucking
It was-
aliens, them fucking aliens, UFOs.
It was them fucking aliens, I'm telling you. I won't have it. Those green little three-fingered monsters, they're all after me.
God fucking damn it, Cletus, not those fucking goddamn UFOs again.
Take the validity of everything about this guy with that in mind, though. And this guy, he claimed that he has a code name amongst all these aliens called Starseed.
Oh my god, what a fucking bitch name. That's like a prison
Yeah.
name or something.
that is the exact kind of name someone would call themselves who has child pornography on the hard drives.
Right next to Rolf Harris, you got Starseed.
Christ.
But this guy,
And Jim will not fix that.
He had like footage of aliens peeking through his window. He had footage of aliens like in his house, like peeking around like fucking like door frames and shit. And take the validity of all this with the whole child porn computer thing in mind.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
stuff, and like he kept getting phone calls that would make him like nauseated and pass out. He kept getting abducted, and fucking like he met this woman on the spaceship, and had kids with her. Like the aliens kind of like made them reproduce in a really weird way.
Oh.
And then years later, he got abducted again and seen as like fucking alien hybrid kids.
This sounds like some weird orgy.
But he knew what this woman looked like. And at this point, he was doing like conventions all around the US, where he was telling the stories and shit. At one point, he met the person that he eloped with on the alien spacecraft, and was like, "What the fuck?" And he has a wife as well, so his wife was getting like super jealous that he was like connecting with this woman that aliens forced him to have sex with. But also, like one of his alien daughters went to like one of these conventions, and there's supposedly like a picture of her where like her eyes are like looking dead weird. She's got like a bit of a bigger head than most people, and it's really fucking weird. There's loads of other weird stuff, like him getting targeted by the Men in Black, spaceships above his like garden, like burning holes into his fucking garden. And this guy just sounded like someone who's getting severely pissed off with the presence of aliens in life.
I was going to say, these aliens got like a personal vendetta against this guy.
What, they just want to see you?
No, they're like, I'm going to fuck it up. I'm going to wake up tomorrow. I'm going to burn this man's garden. And I'm going to peek through his doors.
Exactly, like, this dude did not get a fucking break from these. And this started in like 2004 and carried on until he got arrested in like 2018. So that's like one fucked up guy with aliens. But, another one is Bob Lazar, and he's on the complete different end of the spectrum of like this whole alien bullshit. Because he's like, for one, he hasn't got child porn on his hard drive, at least as far as we know. But he's someone who claims he was a scientist in Area 51, or at least like, in the same kind of category as Area 51. It is Area 51, isn't it?
Sure.
So he passed it in his car one day. He's a scientist.
Well, the thing is, like, a lot of people doubt him because his school records aren't there, but at the same time, when you're working for the deep state, it's like, of course, your fucking like birth and school records aren't going to exist. They're the only people. They're the only employer in the world who would have the power to kind of get rid of anything like that. But
True.
The amount of like shit in the 80s he was talking about of like technology that like they've integrated in like these like government bases is fucking ridiculous. Like fucking things that like scan the really small bones in your hands to verify your identity. Just fucking like, aerodynamic science of how, spacecrafts work. And he done this one particular thing where he took the documentary people out into the woods and told them, like, turn off your phones, like, turn off the camera. What I'm going to tell you is, like, super fucking confidential and secret. And I guarantee you, within 10 minutes of me talking to you about this, like, we're going to have fucking black SUVs outside my house. So, obviously, they weren't allowed to kind of show the footage. They turned everything off for it. But the fact that they all turned their phones off, all turned everything off with, like, any telecommunications device, and they had, like, the fucking Men in Black, like, the CIA, like, roll up to his, like, lab, because he was still a scientist. But,
No way.
And, you know, it just shit like that was fucking freaky, man. Those are two documentaries, like alien documentaries, very well worth a watch for two very different reasons.
Yeah, I'll give that a watch.
Like,
Yeah, man, definitely.
The first one is just like the pure, like, you know, madness of it, the pure, like, outlandishness of it. And the Bob Lazar one is more like, damn, this might actually fucking exist, kind of thing.
I've definitely given them
So are you on the? So you do believe, right? You're not.
No, I've watched all these documentaries, man. It's fucking bollocks every single
Oh, right. Okay.
Real said they said, nah, but it's all fucking fake. We talking about fucking bullshit.
And to be honest, like, to bring it back to, like, just the meta point of, like, aliens as general, you know, it is weird because we've all got this idea of, like, aliens as, like, little green dudes with big eyes and stuff. But, like, it's so hard to deny the idea of life on another planet. Like, I think that's just something everyone has to be like, yeah, surely that exists in some form or another. Whether aliens in the sense of, like, dudes in fucking, like, almond-shaped spacecrafts, like, putting, like, metal up people's asses is real is, like, a different thing entirely.
What do you think would your prison name, code name would be?
It's very hard because Starseed does take the cake.
We know DAFDI'S would be Cupcake.
It has to be something. Probe. It has to be something that similarly insinuates something slightly sexual, like, I don't know, celestial cum or something.
Celestial bucket. That's where you are.
No, that isn't.
Celestial bucket.
That is something. That is a line that would woo an ego.
Oh yes.
True. That is true.
Hello there, Celestial bucket. Would you like my Twitch Prime stream?
I think you have to own a celestial bucket. I think a woman is an owner of a celestial bucket rather than is one. Or maybe
put glitter on it and fucking Gorilla Glue, mate. You fucking you got a documentary.
But yeah, Dion, well, you're the one with the waking up every morning. Pretty soon, I can imagine you waking up just like, oh, something smells like burning outside. You fucking see a weird pattern just in your lawn. What the fuck is this?
Baby D, we choose you to get probed by our anal. What? No, what?
What? Probed by anal?
You have been chosen to be anally probed. Oh, go on then. Okay. What? No, you're supposed to resist. No, I'm right.
Yeah, it's funny how you haven't got, like, a fucking violently, like, homosexual man get abducted by aliens. Because
hello.
The thing is, you know, the only reason why the idea of abduction sounds so horrible and scary is because, like, they're putting something up your bum, and once you remove that fear, like, that could probably disprove aliens entirely on its own. Maybe it's just like straight masculine, like, inferiority complex. Maybe it's just guys who are purely scared about having things up the bum.
Not up my shit, you don't.
Especially Americans.
Yeah, isn't it funny that's always Americans?
Hey, Brandy, get Bessie out. And I made the shotgun.
Fucking North Wales, dear.
Well, interestingly, apparently, like, Llandudno is, like, a massive kind of hotspot for UFO sightings.
Fuck, it's the first I hear about this, lad.
Trust, man, like, I can't remember where I seen it, but I seen some, like, infographic or something on, like, Ancient Aliens or some shit, where they were marking, like, UFO sightings since 2000. And like
Huh.
most of North Wales is like got a dot here, it's got a dot there, but
I reckon they're just waiting for the new Cineworld films.
fucking hell.
What?
Llandud, that's what Cineworld is there.
I was trying to think of
Yeah.
other
New
things.
films in Llandud now are out. Beep, beep, beep.
I was trying to think of other attractions that are in London now, but
The
I
arcade.
fall very
On
short
the
once
pier.
you've mentioned the Cineworld.
You've always got the arcade on the pier, haven't you? That's a good
Well,
one to
maybe
go.
they want to go to the skate park there.
Oh, wait, you got the Great Orme? You can go up there, on the tram.
True.
Oh yeah, the tram. I'm aware of the tram, and that's about it.
Yeah.
But I imagine a tram's slightly like, a bit underwhelming when you've got like a fucking multi-universal spacecraft.
Yeah. What the fuck is this?
Ooh, I like this tram mechanism. What do we go? Whee!
I can just imagine an alien and a fucking Kyle type character just sitting in the corner with a fucking packet of Monster Munch and some fucking Aldi version of Red Bull. And just the
Speaking
What
of
the-
speaking of North Welsh cryptids, have you guys ever seen? And they're scattered around Bangor, but they're also scattered around North Wales. You know those like little graffiti images of like a man running with an arrow pointing somewhere. Have you ever seen
I
them?
have.
Yeah,
I have seen them.
and have you seen them just in Bangor? Or have you seen them like around?
I've seen them in Bangor.
I've seen them in
seen
Colwyn
them.
Bay as well.
I've seen them. I've seen one in Llandudno.
Yeah. Who the fuck has the time to do that, firstly? And secondly, like, how has no one caught on to this? I have, like, searched the internet for this before, and there's been one singular Reddit post about this. I understand someone doing this in a place like America, where there's going to be at least a few thousand people in a local community who look around and go, oh, fucking hell, what's all these, like, weird insignia drawings coming up? But whoever's done this must be severely disappointed at the amount of attention this is getting, because this is clearly a project that's like spans the entirety of North Wales, and they've got no attention for it.
What's GDG? I'm curious about that.
GDG.
GDG. I see it fucking
Good
all
damn
over Bangor.
game.
What a good damn game.
Yeah.
Yeah, like I see the graffiti almost everywhere in fucking Bangor. GDG. He's like a gang or something.
Well, do you know what? Before we go to that, I heard that with this, the graffiti we were talking about then, Lewis, the man and the arrow.
Yeah.
I've heard somewhere, and I believe it was Jim who told me, but it means like it's whether some people meet up to buy drugs, I believe.
So like a county lines kind of thing.
Yeah, I think so.
But like, I'd understand that. If it was like entirely local.
Or it's like a homeless.
I'd understand that if it was entirely local. I'd understand that if it was like mainly in Bangor or mainly in the other places. But the fact, and it's not in places where someone would walk sometimes. So it might be in places where it's like on a train line, and it'd make no sense for someone to follow that all the way from Colwyn Bay to Bangor. And I've never seen where it ends either. Like there's like something like GDG where it stands for something, and then there's something like this where it's just a complete mystery as to what it means. If anyone listening has any idea, like, please,
But yeah,
put me on my
please
misery.
contact us. Honestly, I'd like to know that as well. I mean, that'd make an interesting topic to talk about, to be fair.
Oh, go on then. I'll have some dessert.
Hello, it's Baby D. Right after our recording session with Lewis, we want to thank him for coming on today. It's been an absolute blast of an episode. He will be back next week and in the future as well. So yeah, thank you for listening to the DAFDI'S podcast. You can follow us on Facebook, Instagram and Twitter at DAFDI'S podcast. You can even listen to the podcast on Spotify, Apple Podcast, Google Podcast, Stitcher, RSS, Good Pods and Overcast, and also on a YouTube channel where we will be uploading 2 clips and the full episodes every week. So yeah, thanks again for Lewis All for joining us. It's a goodbye from me, Baby D, and a goodbye from Dav, and we'll see you next time.